Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending our Tenant Admin and Operations Tech Talk for Dynamics 365 apps and Common Data Service. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Turgay Alptekin, and I work as a Senior Solution Architect within FastTrack for Dynamics 365 apps and Common Data Service team. Robert, would you like to also introduce yourselves, please?
Yeah, thank you, Turgay. Good day, everyone. My name is Robert Rensen. I'm also a senior FastTrack solution architect in the FastTrack team and a colleague of Turgay, and I will be responding to your questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. We aim to provide you as much as possible without taking your precious time. Therefore, we have around 1 hour and did not allocate any time for a separate Q&A session. But if you have any questions, as Robert said, please use the chat window where Robert would be more than happy to answer those. Okay, and also please feel free to contact your FastTrack solution architect for further questions as well. Our objective for today is to provide information which should help admins to ramp up with Dynamics 365 related administration tasks. Firstly, we will talk about Microsoft 365 Administration Center, where administrators manage Dynamics 365 subscriptions as well as other Office 365 subscriptions. We will also talk about the processes of setting up users to access Dynamics 365, and then we will focus on Dynamics 365 Admin Center and Power Platform Admin Center. Basically, those are the two tools to manage Dynamics 365 instances and components. We will also talk about Dynamics 365 release waves and updates. And finally, we will talk about restricting instance and record access using AD security groups. As you may already know, earlier this year, we have released Microsoft 365 Admin Center to become default experience for all Microsoft 365 and Office 365 admins with the goal of simplifying IT management. And this admin center is mainly for managing users, billing, subscriptions, and tracking service health and changes. If you have any Microsoft 365 subscription in place, and if you have, of course, proper admin rights, you may log into admin.microsoft.com with your username and password in order to access this particular admin center. And if you don't have any subscription, for the Dynamics 365 customer engagement, you can quickly search our Dynamics 365 trial registration page over the web, and you can just sign up for a free trial and try it out. Just keep in mind that trial account expires after 30 days. And let me remind you, if you have configured federation, then usually you will sign in with your company email address. After you sign in, by default, you will see the landing page here. On the left navigation pane, you can access to various links for managing users, groups, but also billing and subscriptions. A little below, you can access all the admin centers for subscribed services like Dynamics 365 or SharePoint. On the main page, you can see a couple of widgets which shows important information about companies' cloud services. You can customize those. Some of the widgets are for message center, service health, users, support requests, and billing information. Performing drill down is also possible to get more information. I also need to mention about the button on the top left corner with 9 dots, which looks like a waffle. It's actually called as App Launcher. And from there, you can access other Microsoft 365 services such as Mail, OneDrive, Calendar, Office applications, Power BI, Dynamics 365, and more. And from that menu, the Dynamics 365 button brings you to the home.dynamics.com page, where you can see the apps loaded for your environment. Let's have a look at the details of Service Health Dashboard. This page provides comprehensive view of the service health of your online services. There are 3 categories. Admins can see instance here, advisory information, or historical information. And for every service, you can see different icons. Green check means that the service is healthy. Info icon means that there is an advisory information, and we also have alert icon, which means that there is a service degradation. Each of the link of that service interrupting events or information is clickable, and when you click on it, then it provides further detailed information such as latest status, user impact, start time, estimated restoration time, and root cause. For an example, if users are having any trouble to sign into Dynamics 365, or when you suspect something is wrong, we suggest you checking this page to correlate user reports with any service interrupting events reported. And this is our message center. We announce upcoming maintenance information. We announce updates, new features. Basically, you can stay informed with what is going on with your Microsoft 365 subscription, including your Dynamics 365 subscription. As of today, there are 4 message categories. We have messages for notifying upcoming changes, which is called Plan for Change. And we have prevent or fix issues category. It is for actions you need to take care to keep the service up and running. And this is just to prevent issues down the road. We have a stay informed category, and it's just informational information. You can be informed. And we also have new features category, which indicates there is something new coming. On the right-hand side, you may see a maintenance notification sample. It contains date time, maintenance window, if it involves downtime or not. And of course, we also explain if there is any action needed from your side. When downtime involved, this always happens in the dark hours of a region. So please bear in mind that, of course, it's not only showing inside the message center. We are also sending email notifications to the Dynamics 365 admins about this possible downtime. And using Microsoft 365 Admin Center, you can also access to all admin centers such as Dynamics 365, where you can manage your Dynamics 365 instances. One of the common admin tasks is to create new users and grant permissions, which provides access to Dynamics 365. Let's see how this can be achieved using Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Actually, allowing access to Dynamics 365 is a 2-step process. First, you need to create the user and assign a Dynamics 365 license using Microsoft 365 Admin Center. And this operation adds the user within Dynamics 365 itself. And second, you need to assign security role to manage the permissions for that user within Dynamics 365 application. Of course, there's another way also to assign security role is through AD security groups, but I will also show you that later on. Creating users is possible via active users link, which presents you the new user creation form. So you just need to click on the active users link, and then you click on the add a user link, and then it will show you up the user form. And first, you need to enter common user details like first name, last name, a login name, and then you can assign the licenses for the services by simply turning the licensing option on. Okay, for our case, we need to enable the licenses for Dynamics 365 customer engagement. After selecting the licenses, a Microsoft 365 role should be selected for that user. For regular end user, you just need to go ahead and enable the user role in this page. And you can also have global admins or any kind of admins assigned. When you have a global administrator role assigned, then this particular user will have permission as an administrator to all your Microsoft 365 services, including Dynamics 365. So a global admin is the highest level of admin access that user can have. And by default, all global admins and Dynamics 365 service administrators have system administrator security role and administrative access mode inside Dynamics 365. Let's see which role can perform what from Dynamics 365 customer engagement point of view. Okay, so first we have the global admin. Basically, this particular user can perform all admin tasks. Okay, and Dynamics 365 service admin can also do pretty almost anything except assigning licenses and approving emails. Okay, those could be also possible with assigning license admin role or exchange admin role to that particular user. But if a user has only this particular service admin role, then this user cannot manage licenses, cannot approve these mailboxes. And regular user with Dynamics 365 system admin role, okay, cannot access Microsoft 365 Admin Center, but it can do, I mean, this user can do anything within the instance, okay? And we also have Microsoft 365 service admins. Those can only access Microsoft 365 Admin Center. So this user cannot perform any Dynamics 365 specific operations. When you have lots of users to license, it can be tedious to define them using this portal one by one, right? Instead of doing this one, you can, of course, use the PowerShell to bulk create those users, and you can also bulk assign those licenses. All the details can be found within our public documentation website. And there is only one trick here. These PowerShell scripts don't assign roles inside Dynamics 365 customer engagement. So it will create the user, it will assign the licenses, but you need to assign the roles within each Dynamics 365 customer engagement instance through the UI or SDK. And except using PowerShell, also AD groups can be used to assign licenses automatically. For this, admin should navigate to AAD Admin Center and select the group, security group. And then basically, this user can choose licenses and then assign to that particular group. When licenses are assigned to that group, Azure AD processes all existing members of that group and assigns these licenses to all existing members. This process may take some time, okay, varying with the size of the group, but it shouldn't really take long amount of time. And after you assign these licenses using the groups, inherited licenses can be also seen from the user standpoint. Okay, when you navigate to the user using the Azure Active Directory Admin Center, you can see which licenses are enabled for this particular user. And as mentioned in the beginning of the section, granting permissions for Dynamics 365 is a two-step process. So I have shown you how to create the user already, but they still need a role assigned, right? And this role within the Dynamics 365 application defines how each user type, such as salespeople or call center agent, access different types of records. And to assign a role, you can just go to settings and then security. And this brings us to this security page, and you just need to click on the users link here. And after you open the users page, you will see a list of all your enabled users by default. So that means these users are having license, but they may not have the roles assigned. Okay, to assign roles, you can just click on Manage Roles. But also, if you would like to, let's say, assign an admin role to them, you can just press this Promote the Admin button, and this will give them the system admin role, okay, for this particular instance. And after clicking the Manage Roles button, you will see a list which shows all roles defined within Dynamics 365 Customer Engagement instance. There are out-of-the-box roles like CO business managers or customer representative manager, field service admin, that kind of roles. And there are also custom roles. As a good practice, you can start copying out-of-the-box roles and modify those to create custom roles. By the way, you would need to do this exercise for each and every Dynamics 365 instance you have. So this gives you the granularity of access of each instance. This is just a recap what we have seen before, covering access combination of permissions to Microsoft 365 and Dynamics 365. So in general, there are 4 different scenarios. We have global admins or Dynamics 365 admins with full licenses, which means full access. Okay, everything is accessible and customizable. There can be some administrators without Dynamics 365 licenses. And let's say you are a global admin, but you don't have any Dynamics 365 license, then you can customize everything. You also have admin access, but you are not allowed to see any particular data. And we also have users with license. I mean, this is regular. It just provides access to one or more orgs on your tenant. But level of access depends on the security role within Dynamics 365. And we also have users without Dynamics 365 license, and they won't have any access to Dynamics 365 customer engagement instances. So let's check our Dynamics 365 Admin Center. And as we discussed, this Admin Center is one of the places to manage Dynamics 365 instances, solutions, and apps. We also have a Power Platform Admin Center recently released. It is still in public preview, this Power Platform Admin Center, and it should be generally available sometime early next year. And Power Platform Admin Center is the recommended way to manage instance. Okay. But first, we are going to talk about the legacy Admin Center. Dynamics 365 Admin Center can be accessed via Microsoft 365 Admin Portal, okay, as I shown you before. And when you navigate to Dynamics 365 Admin Center, under the Instances tab, you can see each instance on your Dynamics 365 tenant. Okay, in this case, we have 4 instances in our fast track tenant. And you can of course have more instances. Those could be sandbox environments, production environments, trial environments, or sometimes support environments as well. Sandbox environments are typically used for development, training, or testing purposes, whereas production environments are for actual usage. And for the audience who knows about on-prem structure, you may consider instances as organizations. Okay. Technically, there are not so many differences between sandbox and production environments from admin perspective. But for production environments, it is not allowed to directly reset or delete the instance or activate maintenance mode. Because we don't want to, let's say, accidentally clicking on delete button on your production environment to ruin up everything, right? So if you want to reset your production environment or delete your production environment, you must first change its type to sandbox, and then you can do whatever you would like to do, okay? And when you select an instance, when you highlight an instance, on the right-hand side, you can see the actions you can perform. Okay, there are a couple of actions, and for an example, when you click on open, it allows you navigating to the selected instance. But of course, you can navigate directly using your web browser if you know the exact URL of your app. Okay, and of course, if you access to home.dynamics.com, you can also access your apps from there as well. And one of the operation from admin center perspective is deleting an arc. And you can just perform delete operation to any sandbox instance. And when you do that, it deletes both data and metadata. Okay, it's just a simple operation. I'm sorry, I need to. Okay, it's perfect. And as discussed previously, by default, we send notification emails for service instance, plant maintenance, or service updates to system administrators defined in Dynamics 365. But in some cases, you may want to include any other members as well, right? This is where you define those. So you need to press on the notifications button, and then you can enter multiple email addresses separated by semicolon. After saving these particular email addresses, those will start to receive notification emails. And typically this can be used to inform IT help desks about ongoing events proactively. And when you press on the solutions button, you can see all solutions made available as part of your subscription or additional purchases. For an example, you can see solutions regarding to the portal add-on, field service, gamification, or data export service as well. And third-party solutions can be also installed using App Source, and then you can activate these solutions for your particular instance. We also have a service health tab where you can track health and storage usage of your instances, and detailed information of your storage can be found within Power Platform Admin Center. I will show you in a bit. And you can see also here a health information. It's a bit different from what we have within Microsoft 365 Service Health Dashboard. Okay, we have seen in previous slides. This particular one is just to highlight interruptions, and it's really very limited. As a best practices, please check Microsoft 365 Service Health Dashboard first, and then if you see some interruption, check this page to identify which of your instances are affected from that particular interruption. Okay, this information is just complementary. And we also have backup and restore functionality. This also moved to Power Platform Admin Center, but we still have the old page available for now. Backup and restore page is just manage backups and restore them whenever you need. There are two types of backups. One is automated system backup, and the other one is manual. System backups are taken continuously. And under the hood, I mean, we are using Azure SQL database backup functionality. It takes full differential and transactional logs automatically, so you can restore the DB back to almost any time you want. And this service figures out which particular log backups should be restored. Okay, so this is just a black box for you. You just need to let's say that, okay, I want to go back to this particular time frame, then the service takes care of everything. And we have the manual backups, and those are just storing timestamps, and they are not actually performing a full backup. And whenever you try to recover from a manual backup, it just uses this timestamp to recover from system backup. So under the hood, it's just using the system backups. Production backups are retained for 28 days, while other organization types like sandbox or support instances, they are contained only 7 days. Manual backups do not count against storage limit, so there is no limit on how many backups you can take. Okay, since basically they are not actually creating a backup file. And when you click on the Applications tab in the Dynamics 365 Admin Center, you can see list of add-ons that are available for configuring or which are already enabled. And you can manage the apps like portals, field service, project service automation, and many more directly from this page. By the way, some of them requires additional subscription. Some of them are just for free. Okay. And let's check our relatively new admin center, which is called Power Platform Admin Center. This admin center, Power Platform Admin Center, will be the ultimate place for managing Dynamics 365 customer engagement instances, and of course, other common data service instances as well. I mean, not just only for Dynamics 365 apps. It has the Common Data Analytics portal to monitor user adoption. You can see the health of your system jobs, including web API calls, plugins, workflows, or even mailbox usage. We won't cover Common Data Analytics portal today because I mean it's really a comprehensive portal, and please check our public documentation for having more information about the Common Data Analytics portal. Using the Power Platform Admin Center, you can create and manage support tickets. You can create data integration projects to migrate data into common data service. It supports integrating data from multiple resources, like as a source resource. You can use Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations, Dynamics 365 for Sales, or you can even migrate data from Excel. Furthermore, you can manage on-premises data gateways if you have installed one, and you can enable early accesses for Dynamics 365 instances. So I will show you in further slides. And of course, you can configure advanced customer engagement settings. So this is the first page, which is called Environments page. You can just see the list of your instances on your tenant, and you can just also start creating new instances. And after you select one instance, okay, it's very similar to what we have inside Dynamics 365 Admin Center. You can see the details of the selected instance. You can see the environment URL. You can see the region of your instance. You can see type of it. And you can launch a couple of tasks, like you can open the environment, you can delete the environment, and you can access the further settings. Okay. And after you, let's say, click the edit button, you can see the edit page. It will just pop up on the right-hand side, and from there you can change the URL. You can change the instance type. Please just note that you can only change the prefix of the URL. So you cannot change the suffix of the URL. Okay, this basically shows your region of this particular instance. And you can also enable the administration mode. Okay, this could be important. So you can just activate this mode for a sandbox instance, and after you enable this one, only users with system admin or system customizer roles will be able to sign in to that instance. Okay, other users will just see some custom message, which is also provided by you. It usually contains information about your maintenance operation. Okay, and you can also disable asynchronous background operations such as workflows or server-side synchronizations for emails by enabling this administration mode. Okay. And by clicking on the reset button, you can reset a sandbox instance it just deletes the instance and reprovisions it. During the operation, all data will be lost, and it will just create an out-of-the-box environment depending on the apps selected by you. And this is mainly being used for freeing up storage or having some instance to start everything from scratch. And we also have another button, which is called copy. You can use this copy operation to copy all your data and customizations from any instance to a sandbox instance. There are two types of copy operation. First is everything, so it's also known as full copy. It contains all data and customizations. This can be used for having an instance for UAT or training directly copied from production. Okay, and the second type is customization and schema, and this type just copies metadata, and this can be used for iterative team development or creating proof of concept instances without using full application data. After copy operation, just be cautious on application components. Okay, they may have some external connections. Let's assume that you have performed a copy operation from your production environment, and let's say that if you just start directly using it, you may end up calling live external web services from a testing environment, which may create unintended live transactions. Or perhaps you may have an iframe, which refers to a live page, where you would need to basically change its URL to a test page. So just be cautious on the integration endpoint after you perform this copy operation from production environments. And as mentioned in the Dynamics 365 admin portal, you can also delete instances using Power Platform Admin Center. It's just pretty straightforward. You just click on delete button and you just click on the continue. So this is how you can create new environments. For customers who have recently transitioned to the new capacity-based licensing model, you can just create an environment using this particular button. As of today, you can also use, even though you are not on capacity-based licenses, you can just also technically create these instances, but you may end up with licensing complications. Okay, and this functionality is open for everyone who has Dynamics 365 or Power Apps license. So this is not just allowed for admins. Okay. And to create an environment, you need to have at least 1 GB database capacity available. Okay, and if you would like to create this instance, as a Dynamics 365 app like sales or customer service, do not forget to switch on this particular flag. Okay, create a database for this environment. Okay. And after you enable this particular switch, you can automatically deploy multiple apps depending on your requirements. Okay, you can deploy sales, or you can deploy customer service or field service, whatever you would like to deploy. And after you select your language, currency, these other stuff, and then you press on save, then your environment should be ready within few minutes. Actually, it should be ready under 1 minute, but it may take a few minutes. And we have covered the environments part. And now under the analytics menu within the Power Platform Admin Center, the first menu is the capacity menu. And using this menu, you can check all details regarding the storage. Okay. And as you may already know, we have introduced this capacity-based licensing model, and it introduced 3 different types of capacity. We have database type, data type, which contains transactional data like regular entities, okay, like contact, account, opportunity, case, these kind of or any kind of activities. We also have file, which contains documents and attachments, okay, and we have logs, and logs contain just audit and plugin logs. All these data, regardless of its type, are currently stored within the same database together. Okay, it's under in the Azure SQL DB under the hood. Okay, but we are in progress to store them in separate containers. And basically available capacity on each data type can be monitored here. And if you see that you are about to exceed one of the types, then you can just contact your Microsoft representative to have additional capacity for those. By the way, another information which may be useful, as of today, when you exceed one of the storage types, we are not stopping you to do some kind of operational transactions, okay? But instead, we are just contacting your global admins or tenant admins, okay? So we don't stop anything, even if you exceed your storage. And by the way, storage information can be also monitored for each instance. So per each instance, you can check how many gigabytes are being consumed. We have already covered the backup topic and restore topic, basically using the Dynamics 365 Admin Center slides. Same operation can be performed using Power Platform Center, Admin Center as well. Okay, you just need to click on New Backup to have manual backups, and just note that during the restore of a system backup, it will only use this timestamp. Okay, so whenever you take a let's say manual backup, you just specify the timestamp, and during the restore operation, even though you try restoring from system backups, you can just specify the date and time, and it will just restore the database to that particular moment. When you click on settings link on the environments page, when you highlight first environment and press on the settings button, it will take you to this particular settings page, and you can manage properties of an environment. As an admin, you can set product behavior settings to let's say to modify how Dynamics 365 sales and customer service appear and function. Okay, this particular settings is just to set up the behavioral settings. And we also have features, and you can enable disable features like Bing Maps or relevant search, or you can of course manage languages, and you can configure privacy and security related settings as well. Furthermore, you can configure setup parameters which are required for running business, such as business closures, and of course fiscal year period for your organization. And under the users and permissions section, you can manage business units, which are typically mapped to departments of or divisions of your company. Business units, security roles, and users, they are linked together in a way that conforms to the role-based security model. So you can also configure hierarchical security, and it is just an extension to existing security models. You can also configure some settings around mobile. You can also set up your positions which are being used within hierarchical securities as well. And as you may know that we have the auditing feature, and I mean, this feature just stores changes that are made to the records and of course user access. So later on you can review who does what. You can manage those settings for auditing using the setting page. And there are also several templates within Dynamics 365 apps. It's just to speed up users' work and improve consistency. These can be accessed also under template section. You can create new templates, or you can edit the current templates. Furthermore, you can configure how emails, appointments, contacts, and tasks will be synchronized. Okay. For an example, you can configure the server which will be used for the synchronization, email synchronization, and also you can define whether users can send emails with unresolved recipients or not. Okay. And we also have, as you may know, out-of-the-box integrations. Okay, such as with SharePoint, with OneDrive or OneNote. Those can be configured using this section, integration section, under the setting page. And for the data management part, especially, it's really useful for POC purposes. You can install sample data, and you can also set up duplicate detection rules for integrity of your data, or even further, you can launch a bulk deletion job to delete your old data or your just stale data. With the data encryption, you can manage. This is just standard SQL Server cell level data encryption. It's we are just using for several fields like usernames or storing email passwords. And you can just manage your keys for containing this sensitive information. And lastly, you can access all legacy business settings and of course Dynamics 365 app for Outlook related settings via resources section. And we are aiming to have more settings, so we are aiming to basically include all of the settings under this, using this particular setting. So please check this setting, especially after we release Power Platform Admin Center for general availability. This is just an example. Let's say when you click on the behavior link, this opens the behavior panel, where you can adjust how model-driven apps in Dynamics 365 appear and function. Okay, you may also recall these settings from Dynamics 365 system setting page. Okay, this is just a new way of setting them up. Okay, so you can enable autosave, or you can just perhaps enable unified interface mode on here using this particular flag. And another example around the features, when you click on the features, then you can see a list of features which can be enabled for that instance. Okay, like AI Builder, like Skype, like Bing Maps. Okay. Just to avoid any confusion, as of today, you can perform these operations using both admin centers. Okay, these are backup and restore, sandbox copy, configuring new instances, managing an instance, or deleting an instance. So you can do using both environments, both admin centers. And we also have a couple of features which are only available within Dynamics 365 Admin Center as of today. These are managing the notification emails, managing solutions, managing applications, and seeing the service health per instance. Okay, and note that these will be also available within Power Platform once it goes to GA. Okay, so this will definitely change, and at some point of time we will deprecate the old Dynamics 365 Admin Center. And as you can see here, we have already more features within Power Platform. We have the common data analytics. We have help plus support part. You can manage data integration. You can manage data gateways. You can enable early access, and you can also access to advanced instance settings. So after reviewing our admin centers, let's have a look on how Dynamics 365 customer engagement apps are updated. Okay, and we have these release waves and service updates. Okay, and release waves are mainly for deploying new features, and service updates are for deploying mainly bug fixes or minor enhancements. So let's start with the release waves. We have two major release waves per year. One starts in April and another one in October. We are publishing release plans for these release waves a couple of months before. These release plans contain all information about planned upcoming features. It covers all apps within Dynamics 365 product family, okay, such as sales, marketing, customer service, field service. But also we have the apps within the Power Platform initiative. Like we have the release plan for Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, or Power Virtual Agents. Okay, so it's quite comprehensive. This is just an example. This is how release wave 2 plan for Dynamics 365 for sales looks like. Okay, so this is just the what's new section for each of the features. You can just click on the feature, and then you can have more information. Okay, and please note that we have this enabled for column. This just shows how this feature will be enabled. I will cover using further slides. Okay. And feature of the first release wave are released between April and September. So it starts in April and it continues until end of September. And release plans for them are available a few months before. And we also have the early access to the user experience impacting features. And for the first wave, it's usually available in February. On the other hand, features of the second wave are released between October and March. And early access is available in August. Mandatory features are being applied automatically during one of the maintenance windows over a weekend, okay? And each geo has its own release date, okay? So please check your message center or our documentation website for the exact date, okay? If you have a fast-track solution architect assigned, please feel free to also discuss this point with the assigned solution architect. This is how key dates look like within current timeline. As of today, we are inside November, and we are inside release waves 2. Okay, and hopefully we will release user experience impacting features to early access in February 2020. Okay. So first, you are going to have hopefully around next month the release plan for the first release wave, and we will have the early access available during the February timeframe. As I showed you in previous slides, there are 3 different types of enabling the features. First, there are some features that are enabled automatically and they affect end users, okay? And we also have features that are enabled manually, okay, by the admins, makers, or analysts, and they are also affecting the end users. And there are also features which are only affecting admins or makers or analysts. Okay, they are not affecting end users. Those features are enabled automatically. So when you check the release plans, you can, maybe I can go back a little bit. You can see on the for each feature we are specifying this information. Okay, and of course we are also specifying when we are going to release those for the public preview, for the early access, or for general availability. Let me go back to my presentation, to the current slide. Okay, so let's talk about the early access. Okay, we have already discussed about this one. Any major end user impacting feature, okay, will be available with the early access. Okay, this is available 2 months before the release wave start, and you can opt into the early access using any environment. It's just to validate these features using your customizations. Okay, so ideally these features should not break your customizations, okay, unless you are doing something unsupported. But of course, I mean, since those are new features, those may change the user experience. Okay, just be aware that there's no rollback mechanism once you enable the early access for any environment. And we also recommend using a separate instance which is not within your release cycle. Okay, and it should also have your latest customization so you can have efficient testing in place. And by the way, I mean, you can just have this kind of instance by creating a new instance and performing a minimal copy of your production. And then you can enable early access on this particular instance. Let's see how you can enable early access. Okay, it's pretty simple. You just need to navigate to Power Platform Admin Center first. You need to select the environment you want to enable early access. You click on Manage Link, okay, and then after you click on the Manage Link, it will show you up some details around the release wave. You can get more information when you click See What's Included link, and if it's okay, then you just click on the Update Now button. And this will take some time, and after it's enabled, you can check your about page using your Dynamics 365 instance, and when you see this sign, it is enabled. Okay, you can see that the release wave is enabled. Okay. Besides those feature releases, I mean these major releases, we also have the service updates, which are released regularly. Most of the time it's once per week. Okay, we only are skipping public holidays. I mean, like Christmas. Okay, but I mean it's usually once per week. And a service update may contain security updates, bug fixes, or minor enhancements. There are different deployment dates per region, so please check your message center always, okay, for exact timeline on the deployment. Weekly updates are applied using dark hours for a given region. It's just from 6 p.m. till 3 a.m. on that region. And during updates, we don't expect any degradation, but users may experience a brief interruption of the service. Power Apps and Power Automate updates are delivered similarly, but they have different schedules. So please check your message center for further information about those. Okay. We have also really recently prepared the version page, okay, released versions page. This is really comprehensive, great portal to track latest information about each service update. So we are keeping this page up to date before each service update happen. And I mean, as you have seen this one before, you can just, after you see this message in your message center, you can also click additional information link, and then it will open you the related article. So you will have more information about that particular service update. So for this example, this article shows you a couple of repaired functionality. Okay. This is the last topic for today. It's around restricting access with security groups. So let's check these together. So we have, as you may know, these Office 365 security groups. Okay, these can be leveraged when accessing to organizations, and perhaps you would like to restrict some of those organizations by applying these security groups. Typical example is that development environments, development organizations should not be accessed by your end users. Okay, because it's just under the development, it can create confusions, it can create data corruption, whatever. So only developers should access these informations, right? And vice versa, developers should not access directly the production organizations. And this can be achieved by setting up these groups in Office 365. You can add users to these groups, and you assign these groups to instances. Okay. Just note that when you have AD federation in place, this is done locally. Okay, and in this particular session, I'm going to show you how you can achieve for your cloud users. Okay, so first step, it is just to create a user. Okay, using Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You just go to Admin Center, you click on Active Users, you click on New User, and then you fill up the basic information, and you add this particular user, and then you will create the groups. Okay, and for that one, you need to create the groups using the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You just press the groups menu, you press the add a group menu, and then you fill up the required information around the group, and then you press add. And after you create the group, let's say that we have created the sandbox access group, you just need to go ahead and add members to this particular group. Okay, this is just pretty straightforward. And fourth step is to associate this security group with an Dynamics 365 environment. Okay, so after you associate this one, these members will only have the access to that particular instance. Okay, in our case, we have selected the sandbox access group for our vanilla environment. Okay, and after we press on save button, then only the members of this group will have access on this particular vanilla environment. Okay, and this was to show how to restrict access to an environment. Okay, this is environment specific access. We also have, I mean, this is also recently released, this functionality. This is also really useful. This is around restricting access to the records inside environments. Okay, this is more detailed version of it, of the previous one. So for doing this one, you just need to navigate to the Microsoft Azure portal. Okay, and let's use our current access group, okay, which is a sandbox access group, and you need to find out the object ID, okay, for this office group or AAD security group. And after you identify this object ID, you need to create a Dynamics 365 theme using your instance. Okay, and when you create this team, you need to provide this object ID under the Azure AD object ID for a group section. Okay, and then you just need to go ahead and add some roles to this particular team. Okay, and now you have basically completed the setup of your security of this particular team. Okay, maybe I just need to mention that after you let's say create this configuration, it is not possible to add members to this team using Dynamics 365 customer engagement team screen. Okay, so this is only available using the Office 365 portal. Okay, so you just need to go to the group itself using Microsoft 365 Admin Center, and then you just need to add new members to that group. Okay, it's not possible to add members using customer engagement. And we have added our roles, and we have completed everything. And now, for an example, let's say that you have a report. Okay, this is our contact here, sample contact, and we have this team assigned as owner. Okay, and this means that the members of this team would be able to perform operations according to their team role. Okay, so I mean, what's all about is that after I configure all this stuff, I should not spend time to assign roles to each individual user using Dynamics 365 customer engagement. Okay, everything is being reflected automatically once we add user to the AAD security or Office 365 group. Okay, this is really very good, and this is saving lots of time, because otherwise you would need to go assign roles for each user one by one. Okay, and with federation enabled, this is really pretty straightforward and easy. This was our final slide for today. We hope that this session helped you to kickstart with all these administrative tasks. We have 2 minutes over the time, but I'm not sure. I didn't check the Q&A part, but I'm pretty sure that our Robert already replied to your questions. I would like to thank you for joining. We will put this presentation and the session also to the comments portal, so you can review those anytime you want. And thank you once again, and I wish you good luck with your projects. Take care, all.